By late 2026, the checkpoint renovation had reached its most difficult phase, located in this steep, remote valley in the northeastern hills. The challenge is visible in the schematic. The proposed lift shaft hits a protected cave wall, which Meera must preserve. But Lakshmi's financial counter-argument is valid. Modifying adjacent sections breaks the budget and forces a 3-week delay on the timeline. There is a specific kind of tension that exists when two people are both logically correct, yet their priorities are mutually exclusive. Meera is protecting the history of the site. Lakshmi is protecting its viability. This deadlock represents a failure point for the entire project. If they cannot resolve the lift shaft placement, the momentum of the renovation stops, threatening the future of the company they've just inherited. Without raising his voice, Ram leans over the table and points to a specific intersection on the blueprint. He doesn't choose a side, he simply identifies a coordinate. He proposes a third placement for the shaft. By shifting the entry point here, the cave wall remains untouched, satisfying Meera, while the structural modifications Lakshmi feared are no longer necessary, keeping the budget intact. The technical conflict dissolves instantly, but it leaves behind a thick, unaddressed silence. It is a quiet that sits specifically between Ram and Lakshmi as the meeting breaks up. Ram's ability to navigate Lakshmi's financial logic so seamlessly suggests more than just professional skill. It reveals a shared language, one that was built decades ago and thousands of miles away. To understand that language, we have to look back to the late 2000s, when the 5 children were living in separate cities across India, from Delhi and Kolkata to Kochi and Bangalore. Their parents had built their bonds here, in the physical crush of Borough Bazaar. Their world was defined by density and immediate face-to-face urgency, but for the children, connection relied on the broadband paradigm. Their relationship wasn't built in offices, but through digital headsets and massively multiplayer online games. This digital environment allowed for a slower accumulation of trust. Without the pressure of physical proximity, they spent years learning each other's rhythms through headsets and shared screens. Paradoxically, their geographic isolation forced them to be more intentional. They had to build a communication structure that could survive the distance, resulting in a bond more deliberate than one formed by mere proximity. Lakshmi's style mirrored her professional logic. As a high-speed processor, she managed multiple data streams to handle immediate threats. Ram provided the complement. He focused on long-term decisions, strategic nodes wrapping around her fast input streams, protecting the endgame while she managed the present. They learned to cover each other's blind spots instinctively. Over thousands of hours, they reached a point where they no longer needed to verbally coordinate their movements. The rest of the group, Gauri, Shahrukh, and Meera, observed this unspoken dynamic. They regulated it through small comments and shared humor, acknowledging a partnership that none of them had to define. These digital spaces became the site of their deepest emotional exchanges. It was during a gaming session that Shahrukh and Ram finally discussed the weight of Shahrukh being named after Ram's father. The game served as a training simulator for the real world. It hardwired a system of mutual reliance that they would eventually bring to the checkpoint property. After the meeting, the group moves outdoors, walking through the golden late afternoon light of the hills. They fall into a precise physical formation. Meera marches at the front. Shahrukh and Gauri walk together. Ram and Lakshmi follow a half step behind. This arrangement is a direct echo of their tactical positioning from the late 2000s. Their bodies are simply following the logic of the game. Neither of them moves to change this formation. The gap they maintain is a comfortable, established habit. These physical habits reveal the persistence of their digital history. The communication structure they built online has successfully moved from the screen to the hillside. The silence between Ram and Lakshmi holds the specific density of their shared history. It is the accumulated memory of thousands of coordinated digital movements, now manifesting in a physical space. For years, this alignment was a quietly understood habit. Here, in the late afternoon light, it transitions into an explicit reality. When Ram picked up the blueprint to protect Lakshmi's financial logic, he translated their digital past into the present. He was doing what he had always done, watching the long game while she handled the immediate threat. Connection like this isn't simply inherited. It is built, quietly and systematically, through a lifetime of shared action.